Hi, everybody.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to TFT Tarot for today. Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
and me, Banshee. Welcome to the show. Sorry I'm running a little behind today. It's been kind of, a crazy day. Just haven't been sleeping well because the humidity at night and stuff keeps me up. And I had to get a blood draw today, and that always, how should I say this, drains me a little. And so here we are. Mr. O, fresh from jury duty yesterday. Oh my goodness.
The terror.
He went into overtime. I was scared something happened to him.
I didn't get home until almost 9 o'clock. Suppose I'll get paid for a day and a half. We didn't even start our deliberations after the closing remarks until 6:45. The judge bought us pizza to mollify us.
And here I'm sweating. What's wrong? Did he get stuck in floodwaters somewhere? Was it raining that hard? You know, I got nervous because we had storms yesterday too, but no.
I assumed
no.
I shouldn't bring my phone in, so I didn't. And then, of course, I was
wrong.
Not able to get at it.
Oh well, so anyway, all's well now. We see we have a birthday reading today with Buddy. Hi Sherry, we'll add you to the list.
Hi Sherry. Hi everybody. Hi Kara. Hi Libra.
Oh my goodness. Hi
Anthony.
to everybody. Hello. Hey Anthony, good to see you. And I was working on yet another project. Will I finish a project before I start another? Not likely. But anyway, all right.
Glad we're all here, including our wonderful moderator, Violet Lotus.
Yeah, Violet, I didn't even answer your question. I did not see the DM. I had something really weird happen with the DMs. Somebody who I wrote to back in 2022 wrote back. Well, or so it seemed. But when I looked, because they were at the top of my DMs, but when I looked, their answer still looked like it was an answer from 2022. So I don't get what happened there. That was very strange. But anyway.
All right, so let's get the show going because we
Here
have
it
a
is.
birthday gift spread to do.
Yes, but we're doing our card for the collective.
Understood. And there's the card for the collective from the Sunny Jumps Through. Thank you, Sunny.
You notice we went back using the platform because of his antics of late.
That was, I don't know how that looked, but it was like a quick hop through.
The Dream Weaver's Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. All right. I will let Mr. O pick one. They're right upright. Pretty sure about that. And I'll take the book.
Number 31, When the Birds Sing Gratitude.
Ah, I like
very
it.
colorful.
When the birds sing gratitude, we should too. Gratitude as the essential power of manifestation, the law of praise, saying thanks in advance of goodness. Right now, you're being reminded of the quickening power of the law of praise, saying thank you before actually receiving those good things you desire in life is a magical, sacred act. You may have been taught to say grace over your food, blessing it and giving thanks for nourishing your body. Most people know to say thank you after receiving something, expressing gratitude for what they have already. This is a conditional gratitude. You need the result to be there and complete before you feel it. The true manifesting power of gratitude is the declaration in advance of your needs being met. You do not need to rely on anything in the outer world before you express appreciation for it. Saying thank you is the abracadabra of life. It calls beauty and grace to you, reminding you of your humility. As part of life, you are a grain of sand on a beach, blessed to live this brief time on earth. Gratitude is the key to your question right now. Can you be thankful for whatever happens? Can you show appreciation for the highest good of all, and not just for yourself? Can you see this adventure called life through the eyes of gratitude, humility, and kindness? Yes, be thankful for all that you have experienced up until now, all your loved ones, fresh air, the food on your plate. Be grateful for the divinity in you. Look around you. All things are sacred. Praise what you see and what you don't see yet. Miracles are waiting for you to call them to life. And you know, when I read that line about fresh air, I'm going to be grateful in advance for some fresh air because we've had some bad air quality days of late. So I'm going to assume saying that in advance will bring it and make it so. But that's a great idea, isn't it?
Sure is.
Don't put it down. Calm down.
No.
What? We have another one?
No. Well, you could tell for yourself by looking over there. But no, I was just going to say, all of this reminds me of a poem that my old friend Diane wrote about.
Okay. I'm not sure what I'm looking at. I really am not sure. What am I looking at?
Never mind. The moment is over.
Okay. All right. Well, at any rate, interrupted here. I'm going to try to collect my thought. Gratitude before you receive something is just an awesome concept, you know. Be grateful for it because you know it's coming and you will attract it. It's that law of attraction thing. I really like that. All right, I'm sorry. I'm done. We may move on.
So what's next then?
I don't know. It's the birthday reading, isn't it?
Okay.
So, Buddy, you are up for a birthday reading.
Well, Buddy isn't here, but we said we were going to do it, and if
Yeah, we did.
and hopefully Buddy will find it. There it is, the birthday gift spread. Mention that your birthday's coming and we'll coordinate it to one of our shows. We only do it on either the two live shows, Sunday or Thursday. We don't do it on happy hour.
And we do it at the beginning of the show, so it's easy for people to find.
Right.
And if you want to refer back to it in the year ahead, it's right there. So,
All right, so let's do it. Do you have a deck or shall I?
well, that's a good question. I do. And you know, just because it's a birthday thing, why don't we use the Yuletide, which is all about gift giving.
Well, there you go.
All right, the birthday gift spread with the Yuletide Tarot. All right. All right. All right. I'm going to let you shuffle and cut, Mr. O.
All right. So tomorrow, watch my emotional exchanges at 7 o'clock. It's the 3-card reading for the elemental signs of the zodiac, asking what emotional vibration is coming to you, why is it important, and where will it lead to. That's Fridays at 7 a.m. or anytime thereafter on our YouTube channel.
Very good.
All right. So, Buddy B, this is for you. Happy birthday. I think it was yesterday.
It was, I think. Yes, you're right. So
Card
happy birthday,
one,
buddy.
the gift you received last year that you can use to make the most of this year.
Well, this is a real interesting one. It's the 3 of Canes.
Oh, that's nice, Anthony. I love it. Hope they have a good trip. Okay, so the 3 of Canes, that's like wands or...
Candles are wands. So canes are swords. And it's reversed. So that's very interesting to me, buddy. The gift that you received last year that will help you this year is healing. You know, healing emotional wounds, coming to terms with maybe some sorrow and sadness in your life at long last. And this will, you know, serve you well in this year ahead.
It's almost too, in a way, seems to me like it may be connected to the aftermath of a separation or something unhappy that you're moving away from. So the gift of last year was maybe realizing that, you know, what you were doing wasn't good for you in some way, or the situation or person wasn't, and you moved away from that, or you sought to get yourself away from that. And so it's that sense of moving away to find healing is the gift that's with you.
That's awesome, Anthony. Wow, are they there now or are they coming?
Sounds like it. Hope they have a good time with you.
Okay, what's the next one?
Card 2, the gift of the present moment.
Well,
And it's the wheel reversed. So the gift of the present moment is a sense of maybe some chaos or some things that are not exactly orderly or feel, it's the wheel, right? It feels like there's a sense of unexpectedness. So there's some random factors maybe. Maybe the gift of this is that you are sort of understanding what you can do to deal with them or how you can kind of work them a little bit.
you know, I think here the gift of the present moment is, some maybe things that maybe. I like the way he said chaos. I'm just trying to think here. It's not exactly what I want to say, but I want to say that maybe certain things that have happened where you just can't get the timing right. So the gift of the present moment is that this is teaching you, about timing and synchronicity, that some things that just have been off kilter now, you're recognizing, that things were just not in sync. And, you're going to be working towards more balance in that regard. Trying to do things while the iron is hot, knowing when times are positive and when times, when you should throw high energy out there, when you should lay back, things of that nature, buddy. Don't you think?
Absolutely, I like that. Card 3, the gift from your connections with others in this next year.
Wow, it's justice upright. It's our first upright card. And so I think your connections with others are going to be very, I hate to use this term because Fox News uses it, but very fair and balanced, really fair and balanced. So, it's like things are going to be very, equitable amongst your connections. What you send forth, you get back, vice versa. What you give out is going to be really crucial, maintaining that balance and also, being fair to others and expecting fairness in return. All of that looks very positive, with your connections in this year ahead.
Right, the connections of the year ahead will provide support to you in many ways, mostly people feeling like you really know how to pick them, encouraging you to still seek the balance or the resolution of any matters that maybe hang in the air over this last period of time or continue to hang there. And so these are mostly issues of fairness where maybe you have felt situations with your friends, family, or other people were unfair, but now through the support of connections, you may find ways to turn that around, to achieve a resolution to some of the things you feel didn't work out for you, and maybe you were a victim in certain ways.
It's also possible that you are finding a balance between your other areas of life and your friends and connections, making more time, making sure that there's an equanimity of time you're spending working and you're spending with the people you care about.
So then card 4, the gift that will help you work on, achieve, or move forward sorry, a little stilted there, on your dreams or goals.
Well, is death reversed?
Okay,
I know. The gift that will help you achieve your goals is being willing to let go of the things that are stagnating and stopping you from achieving your goals. Having too much on your plate, for example, you got to decide what's most important. And if your goals and dreams are really important to you, then that's where you need to focus. So you need to make some changes. Be willing. Sometimes that's the problem with us, and that's the problem when we have death reversed. We're not willing to let go of things or change, make the necessary changes. Be willing to do that.
Right. The card speaks a lot to vast amounts of inertia that maybe even is very external but affects you, So the idea could be to not let, the things around you get so overwhelming that it will also block you, that you have to look at these things as separate, that the fate of the world, no matter how horrible it is, doesn't mean you can't still move on with your own goals. course, if the world's burning, that's another question. But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
5. The gift from your spirit guides and or your ancestors. What do they want you to know or keep in mind in the next year?
Wow, this is interesting. It's the 5 of gifts, which is the 5 of pentacles, but it's reversed. And it's interesting. Why do I think it's like almost a tie-in to the 3 of swords there? That was reversed.
Well,
because they all indicate healing.
I know over the last year or so that we've known Buddy Blue that Buddy has had some challenging situations, and so I feel that your ancestors are telling you that some of this was meant to challenge you, was meant to not so much make you stronger, but make you understand where you can find the light you need, where you can find the healing you need. And even if that's abstract, that you haven't actually said, there it is, it's putting that idea into you to seek for that. Because, of course, maybe that's the thing, is you need to figure out where it is, but the ancestors are telling you that's what you need to do, is to find it where it is.
I think, Buddy, what this is saying is the ancestors want you to know that help is available, healing is occurring, and they are always there for you. They're always there for you. Appeal to them, talk to them, talk to a favorite relative or family member or even a friend, that has left this plane, and, and realize that they are still with you and able to help you. They want you to know you are never alone, that this year, too, the gift is coming of more connection with others. And I think we see that with the Justice card in that area about connections in the year ahead. So it's all very good.
So finally, card 6, the gift that this year ultimately gives to you. What lessons will you have learned, or what progress or growth will you achieve by the year's end? Oh, Banshee, don't look like that.
It's a lesson.
Oh, dear. Oh.
It's the 10 of Swords upright. Not something I want to see in the gift spread, and especially at the end. But you know what I think it means, Buddy?
It's a sweet way to go. Okay, no, not that.
Is that, through all of this, it looks like this year is still, there's opportunities and there's challenges. And, there's gifts in all of that. Challenges are gifts to us because they stretch us. They make us grow. And I feel here with the 10 of Swords, it is also a card similar, I feel, to the 5 of Pentacles. You may encounter still some little blowback this year from, some betrayals, some difficulties. But the bottom line is, you, by the end of next year, are somebody who can move beyond it, rise beyond it, are much bigger than, the situations that you face, and you can move forward.
Right. The gift that is ultimately given to you is that even after things that are truly disastrous, you will be able to rise again, because that is always the message of this card, especially upright. So the thing is no matter what really happens to you in the course of the year, as you possibly can reflect on and integrate some of these things, it's always possible that things just don't work out, but you will know how to move on from that.
So, you can't keep a good person down. That's the bottom line. But also, let's just I'm just going to briefly recap some of this. I feel here when I look at that first card, the 3 of Swords, the gift from last year was you felt some pain, some sorrows that are now healing and have been healing, from last year, carried into this year, would put you in a lot better footing. The gift of the present moment was recognizing the concept of timing and how it works or does not work for you, and knowing when you need to move on something and when you need to hold back. The gift from your connections with others is balance and stability. I feel here that, your connections will be a real strength and support to you in this year ahead. The gift that will help you work on your goals is, it's the Death card reversed, and it's saying, let go of things, be willing to change, be willing to get rid and eliminate the things in your life that hold you back from achieving your goals. And finally, the spirit guides want you to know, there's a community out there waiting to accept you, and they are always there for you in times of need, helping you heal. Like, for example, if the Ten of Swords rears its ugly head. They are there to help you get through this and make the most out of this year and move forward, because you are stronger than any obstacle you face, whether you realize it or not.
So happy birthday, buddy, Blue.
Happy birthday, buddy. Hope you enjoy this, and feel free to refer back to it whenever you want.
And I see Sally has joined us. Hey, Sally.
Oh, hi, Sally. All right, want to remind everybody, this is one of the last times we're spinning the wheel. We're doing it on happy hour. We're doing it on Sunday, and then it's gone.
Win a free reading.
Win a free reading.
And we still owe one or two, so don't worry, we haven't forgotten those.
We haven't forgotten the ones we gave away, but we haven't gotten to them yet. It's been a crazy week.
All things in their time.
We will catch up. All
so,
right.
Asal, you need to give us your question.
And let us know if you want to spin a cell.
Don't move to the bottom of the list. Well, I will remind everybody once again that we are here for happy hour on Saturday at 10 a.m. It's another live show, but we only pull one card and try to give the positive message you deserve at happy hour.
And are you getting ready to work that day or not?
It'll probably, well, maybe.
Maybe.
We don't have to worry about that.
Okay.
Really. Thank you, though.
Oh, well, I just wanted to, because we sometimes have to tell people we're going to hustle. All right. Hey, Sal, we'll give you a couple minutes. But
No, we're not going to give them a couple minutes. I have the timer on.
Whoa.
And I'm going to be using the timer to time readings so we can be a little bit more prompt, but also timing for people to get back to us. And there you are, so that's good.
What is in my heart now? Okay. I used my deck, so I think it's yours.
Okay, so I'm going to use the Olympus Tarot.
Okay.
Yes.
I think you shouldn't start that until we lay the cards, though.
Well, that's nice that you think.
Well, I'm not going to count
Let's just say that I'm able to do wiggle room in a way that you can't.
I expect there'll be a lot of wiggle room.
I'm better thinking on my feet than you are.
Well, we shall see, Estelle. Did you want to spin of the wheel, by the way, Estelle? Oh, Ken spin the wheel. Got it. I'll do that. Okay, it's a death card, so you didn't win this time. Remember, we got 2 more chances.
All right, so your first card is the Stars Reversed.
Which one, the star?
The Star Reversed.
Okay.
So are we doing this as 3 cards? What is in my heart now?
Yeah, just 3 cards, yeah.
Okay, I thought it could fit the other
No,
one.
I don't want to do it.
But
for
I
this
do.
one. Well,
But I do.
all right then.
So, no, I'm not. I'm just showing you that, I'd like to get my way once in a while. This is Justice Reversed. And then, we got a lot of reverse cards. No, yeah, the
Your
Hangman
deck.
Reverse.
What's that one again?
The Hanged Man.
Oh, Major Arcana reverse, too.
I said that.
Owzers. Well, grok this. It's the snake. And
It's the clover. Snaky clover.
Well, what's in your heart right now? Maybe, you're harboring a sense of hopelessness, in your heart. You just are maybe unclear about your future. And oftentimes when we don't feel a sense of direction. It can lead to a sense of hopelessness or despair. So, just recognize that this is just how you're feeling, what your heart feels. That can be changed. Okay, I'll stop there.
Yes, I have to agree with that. I mean, I think that's just really clear that when the star is reversed, somebody may feel like, they don't have options, or they don't feel things are working at all for them. So I'm going to quickly move to justice reversed and say that, of course, obviously, you feel that there's some really unfair, unsatisfactory things around you, that maybe people have misused your trust or, your sincerity in certain ways.
Right. You maybe feel that certain situations or people have been unfair to you. You don't feel, maybe you feel in general that life has been unfair, which is why, we're seeing too these reversals here with the major cards. So, life can be unfair. Life absolutely can be unfair. And it can bring our mood down. So we have to figure out a way to work through that.
Well, the final card, the Hangman reverse, could be saying that, you still haven't worked through this process yet because maybe you don't feel up to any challenge about changes that maybe could make things different for you in your life, change things the way you feel in your heart. But it could also be saying, too, that you just sort of feel that when you did give of yourself, did sort of create a vulnerable part, a sacrifice of yourself for love or for whatever, you felt that it was spurned or that it didn't, suit you. And so maybe that's a sense of, really why these things are feelings in your heart.
I like this too, what he said, but I would also add to that something a little bit, different. I would like to say that, maybe what the issue is here with the Hanged Man. Generally, when he's hanging on that tree, he is thinking of things in broader terms, looking at the broader perspective of things. So in other words, not just dwelling on hopelessness and despair caused by injustice, but also seeing life from a broader perspective and realizing that life is more than, some of the things that we have to cope with that bring us down. In other words, I think this card is telling you to broaden your perspective and realize that your life has been more than what has happened here. And to stay in this place here is not healthy. And so what you need to do is broaden that perspective and remind yourself of the good things, that happened in your life, the good friends that you may have or family that's, that are there for you. That's what I think is the message.
My own final thought about the Hangman reverse could be saying too that this is, spiritual forces saying to seek the more selfless part of your own nature too, and just realize that sometimes these are things, and that, to some degree, the attention or devotion you put to that is how you kind of exemplify having a more selfless nature, which is a nice thing to have. So on to the Lenormand.
Well, this is kind of a tough one for me to read. On one surface, I want to say that maybe, you don't recognize that there are opportunities or things that can open for you. There is luck around you, but you can't see it. You just can't see it. And it's possibly because of, the fact that in your heart, you're still harboring some of this. And so I feel here too, that with the clover in this reading, it's a sure sign to me that all of this could be turned around. You just have to open your heart more to recognizing that, to looking at a broader perspective of your life and find joy, in other places.
I think that could be saying too then that, the deception is just really your inability to see that in yourself, that maybe something, kind of clouds it from you. And you should just realize it is your nature, to be more selfless or to try to be. And, ultimately luck is on your side. Luck will help you kind of peer through these things and understand it better. So it may not be happening exactly the way you see it happening, but through this process, eventually you will be lucky to understand that.
I also think that the clover is about synchronicity. And what it might be saying is that the time is coming where you will see, the deception you've been living under here, that everything has been gloomy, there's no hope for the future, that, there's injustice and unfairness that just continually plagues you. I think that you will find that, this is going to change. This is going to change.
All right, so that's what we
So
have
good
for
luck
you.
with that.
Good luck.
Deep reading, Estelle. I have to say.
And Angel Mary is up and left a question. Will I be in a serious relationship with Hussein?
Okay, I see it. I'll pass this to you.
And you're welcome. Watch Banshee's Material Matter Sundays at 10 a.m. We're live in the chat room for this pre-recorded show. We have a lot of fun sipping our coffee or beverage of choice, chatting up what's going on in the reading, and extending fun to our tarot tribe. We love you all. Thank you.
Why am I having problems picking up the cards? Whoa! Well, we have the King of Pentacles up right
We're
here.
just doing this as regular 3 cards?
Yeah.
Okay.
I should have done a yes,
No, that's
maybe.
okay.
We might
Okay.
have to, but we'll see how it goes.
And why does this guy keep showing up in the love-related questions? I don't know.
And often as the first card.
He's
I
a
noticed,
Lothario,
too.
I think.
And then there's but there's the Knight of Cups reversed.
Yeah.
But, want to talk about cray-cray? Now we have the Ace of Cups upright.
Well, then I'll have to show you that there is also
Oh,
the Heart
wow.
and the Sun.
What?
What? So,
Wow, Angel Mary. This
I think
looks
it almost
interesting.
answers the question.
Well, yes, it does. I don't think we need a yes-no. But it's not totally perfect here. What happened there?
The person who knows how to do this should start it.
Oh,
Never mind, please. I love this annoyance.
the King of Pentacles here. I don't know if this person is an earth sign or not, but at any rate, it just seems like they're, for the most part, they seem very stable, very secure. They may feel very comfortable with you. I think this might be a sign of that there's some comfort level here. They may show a lot of care and kindness, but with this the Knight of Cups here, it just seems as though to me their emotions waffle a little bit, even though they seem stable and secure in many ways, emotionally they kind of waffle. And so sometimes they may come on hot and sometimes they may come on cold. But gosh, must be the bad air or something. I was out today. But ultimately, with the Ace of Cups here, I do feel that this could be the beginning of something serious.
Well, I like this because it's kind of an interesting question you ask. You hadn't mentioned this person before. And when I look at this idea, will you be in a serious relationship? And this sort of shows the idea of trying to manage or regulate that possibility.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe it's better to kind of let things go in the direction that they want to go rather than being a little bit more managerial, because it really will just go on its own. It will begin and go on its own. And I think the final sign that it will happen, without you needing to try to manage it, is, of course, our Lenormands, the sun bringing success and the heart.
Oh my goodness.
Do you like that?
You know, we talk about the Clover being one of the luckiest cards in the deck, but the actual best card in the deck of the Lenormand is the sun. And you've got the sun with the heart and love. It looks as though, you know, this could really take off and be successful and happy for you. You know, there's a lot of love here. That's for sure when the heart pops up. I know you said a serious relationship. Now, the heart isn't about commitment, but the heart is about a lot of love, you know, and I feel that here with the Ace of Cups as well. So like Mr. O said, maybe don't worry about managing it so much. Let it go how it's going to go, because there is an indication here of a lot of love and a lot of caring.
And if I was being overbearing, suggesting that you or anyone was really trying to manage this, you know, it sort of sounds like the antithesis to falling in love, you know, then, you know, we could go soft in that and just suggest that this does represent concerns about viability to some degree, you know, which obviously that's why you're asking us. But that's what we have for you then.
That's what we have for you. Good luck with that. And who are we on? AA?
AA.
AA.
You're welcome.
Hey, you're welcome, Angel Mary. Thank you. Well, I'm sure I shuffle these well. I have no idea why that card keeps coming up. I want to look at it and see if there's...
No, that's fine, Libra, sure.
Yeah, there's no flaw in the card that I see, so I don't know. Beats me. I'll take the Lenormand, Mr. O.
So, AA, if you would deliver your question.
And if you want a spin of the wheel.
And Libra has left a question and indicates that they want to spin on the wheel. So we will gladly do that for Libra. Go ahead, AA. I'm going to start the timer on when your question is going to come. No, I'm not.
Mr. O, the Time Lord.
Well,
I like it. Sometimes.
We just need to not do as much overtime as we do. So we're going to just try to keep things more timely if we can. You say you just posted it. Where is it? Oh, there it is.
Why did Cancer decide to enter into a relationship with Capricorn?
Okay, good question. Is that the 1, 2, 3?
Just straight 3 cards.
Alrighty. Thank you for the question, AA. Thank you, everybody.
I'm not going to use that for every question, but I mean, if you really have a case for
Never
it,
mind. Never
you can
mind. Never
usurp
mind.
me anytime you want.
Never mind.
You can.
Reversed 8 of Pentacles. The Lovers upright. And the King of Wands upright. And you? Thank you. The Ship in the Lenormand. And the Tower. So 8 of Pentacles reversed. The Lovers. The King of Wands. It's kind of interesting, eh?
Well, the 8 of Pentacles reversed. I'm trying to figure out how to say this here. So why did they decide to enter a relationship? Why did the Cancer decide with the Capricorn? Maybe because they felt that...
Well, I'm taking the cards all as a gestalt, so, you know, the Lovers and the King of Wands really has a sense that, you know, there was a strong attraction, but to some degree there was a choice because maybe there was some other thing or person to choose. maybe there was a sense of strongly being attracted one or the other to each other. The King of Wands is incredibly magnetic, charismatic, charming. So the stickler in the question is that reversed Eight of Cups there,
Well,
because it's sort of...
is it Eight of Cups or Pentacles?
I'm sorry, Eight of Pentacles, which is what I was going to interpret. Because it sort of has the sense of things not meshing incredibly well. And so maybe if the question is why, maybe this is a feeling that the meshing nature, the fact that maybe things weren't just quite in timing or sync, one felt it could be overcome by the sheer love or charisma or emotionality of the moment.
Well, I like what he said about the Lovers and the King of Wands, and actually that's where I was going to go with that. I was having problems with the Eight of Pentacles, but maybe it's because I was trying to start there. I might still go back to that, but I think when I start with the Lovers and I look at the Lovers, clearly, you know, the Cancer made a choice that they wanted this relationship. There was an attraction. It's pretty clear there was an attraction. There was a sense of, you know, the Cancer feeling that Capricorn really stood out to them, you know, I feel. And there was something very attractive and almost magnetic about them. Not quite like the Queen, but still pretty much the same. And that maybe that also... you know, they felt that maybe they could overlook some of the faults of the Capricorn, you know, that in order to do this. I don't know.
Is it possible that maybe to some degree there was a one-sidedness, like one was
kind
more
of get that a
attracted
little
than
bit.
the other, and that's that Eight of Pentacles is...
Well, I think the Eight of Pentacles is more about this idea of... What did I just say? Shoot, now you lost my
the
train of thought.
attractiveness.
No, I didn't talk about the attractiveness. You did. I did. I talked about it here, but I said something about the Eight of Pentacles. My mind's a little foggy today. I apologize because of the blood draw. The other thing I wanted to say about the Eight of Pentacles is that, you know, maybe somebody got into this relationship because there was a strong attraction. And maybe basically the problem is they felt that maybe that was all it would take to keep this relationship going and that no work would be required. And I feel here that that's the link here, is that this is about, you know, putting in work that didn't happen to keep this relationship vibrant, to keep it interesting, or to put in work to work over disagreements and, you know, things that you couldn't get along on. You know, maybe somebody liked to go do certain activities that the other did not. You know, lack of compatibility there, and there was no work to bridge some of these gaps. And I think actually I'm going to have more problems with that, but...
Oh, okay. I was just going to say, it's time to move on to that Lenormand there.
Well, that's the best I could do, and I'm going to have to take longer with some readings.
Okay, so does that mean that I have to do the Lenormand alone? What?
No, I'm going to
Okay.
do both, but...
Okay. Well, to some degree, I think there's an echo of the more work that needs to happen by looking at the Tower. The Tower sort of represents institutional qualities, but maybe in this context, it means that there's just more than the attractiveness going on here to some degree. Maybe somebody felt that this put them in a position that they liked. Maybe the position was a movement of some sort.
Well, you know, no person's an island. You know, the Tower is about isolation. And so they, you know, whatever the case is, maybe Cancer also just wanted to move into something so that they feel, maybe they don't like being alone. You know, they don't like being solitary. And so they keep, you know, they moved into this relationship to be with someone and to be connected, to feel that closeness. But, you know, ultimately, if you know, relationships require work and effort to succeed. So, you know, maybe more work and effort is needed here in this relationship to make it
Well,
succeed.
the question was really only why.
I know.
Yeah. But I think that's what we can do for you this time.
kind of an odd set of cards, I have to say. So good luck with that.
All right.
They kind of threw me.
Tidal wave is up next.
Hey, Tidal. Let's see if I can get my head clear here. And I took a B6 before the show. Just to try to get my head together. No, I shouldn't have complained so much about the weather. By the way, Anthony, I just thought you might find this interesting. Our weather people did some calculations, and up to now, we have only had 2 days this summer where we hit 90 degrees or over temperature-wise. And usually by this time, well, maybe not by this time, but through the whole summer, we have 15 days like that. Now we still got August to go, and we are going to hit 90s tomorrow, but that is very odd.
I'm going to take a spin for
Right.
tidal wave.
It's the Hierophant.
All right.
You did not win. Better luck next time.
Finances for August.
All right.
What deck was used?
Is it my deck? Yeah.
It's your deck. You're welcome, AA.
You're very welcome, AA.
Yeah, we can do a spin for you too.
It was Mr. O's deck? Uh-oh.
Right, so that means it's your deck.
Ah, okay. Got it.
We're giving AA a spin, but everybody, please try to remember to do it during your turn, if you can. We'll remind when we can. So this one is for AA. And it's the moon.
Moon.
All right.
So I have to try again.
Hi, Sally. Oh, there you are. Yeah, 93, 98. Yeah,
Ugh.
we have been lucky. You know,
We have been so lucky with the temperatures here. There's been some muggy and bad air days. But geez, I feel so bad for the people that are going through the heat. It gets hot in our upstairs, though, when it hits 86, 87 degrees. And we've had a few days like that.
we were in Texas, Dallas, Fort Worth area back in 2011, and the temperature was around 109, 110.
Okay, finances for August.
Yes.
Well, we got the Knight of Swords reversed. Now it's my turn for reversals. We got Temperance reversed. And we got the Lovers reversed. Uh-oh, title. I'm sensing something here with the, with the Knight of Swords reversed and... Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
The ring and the clover, which may turn that picture a little bit.
Well, it will help. It will help, but I'm looking at that Knight of Swords reversed, and I'm looking at that
Lovers?
the Lovers reversed, and I'm thinking here, be careful what you do money-wise this month, the decisions you make, spending to spend or not to spend, to save or not to save, to try to get a loan or not to try to get a loan. Be careful of the decisions you make, because it seems like things are a little bit out of balance here in August for you, And I would say, since you went there, I want to mention it now because I can make this short and sweet, this reading, because it seems to fit. Just be careful of the decisions you make, because the bottom line is with this clover and the ring, good luck will happen if you make a commitment to take care in the decisions you make to try to even out these imbalances.
Wow, I don't know what else I could say there. I mean, a lot of times when I look at the Knight of Swords reversed, I think that, this represents a problematic about maybe rushing to certain conclusions or rushing to change certain things that maybe already shouldn't be changed or aren't going to really be helpful. So I kind of see the idea that maybe this is saying, take your time with that. Don't make any hasty decisions, especially things that have the chance to really have a real extreme way of going. You don't want to set yourself up with certain questions that if you take that decision and you were wrong, it's really bad. But overall, there is this idea that you can find a lot of luck if you're willing to maybe think it through or figure out where exactly you need to put those energies. So in other words, choose wisely, my friend.
Now see, last reading the cards were a little foggy. This reading, the cards just spelled it out. And so I don't know if you relate to this or not, Title, but clearly, you can overcome this, but you just got to be more careful and more diligent in how you make your decisions and what you choose to do with your money in August. Otherwise, you will create more imbalances for yourself.
But I don't know about you, but didn't it seem like there was something between the lines, like maybe some investment possibility? Not like a big investment, of course, but just something that maybe could pop up, and you just have to really look at that seriously before you decide to put your money there.
Whatever the case may be, do due diligence on this, and don't spend or make a commitment, okay, when your mind is foggy. If you don't have all the information that you need. So just make sure you check things out before you move forward. And luck should be on your side, if so.
Right.
So I wish you luck with that.
Good luck, Tidal Wave.
Did I beat the clock this time?
Well, I forgot to set the timer.
Oh, quiche.
Maybe the spirit of time is with us today. But hey, this is not about shortchanging you. This is just about kind of reining ourselves in a little bit.
A little bit, So we're
Lena!
Lena. Hi, Lena.
A capitalized general reading. I'm sorry, it's those caps.
General, she's letting us see it because we miss it a lot when she posts it. And
No,
it's
we don't.
true.
No, we don't.
A general reading for the next 6 months, please. And I appreciate that, Violet. Thank you. I will allow you capital letters for for the questions. It's okay.
I'm going to use the uncommon tarot.
Yeah, no, it's okay. All right.
I know you're copy pasting. I know that.
It's perfectly fine.
Do we pay you for that? Oh wait, we don't pay you at all.
I think it's these. We try to give you some perks as we can. We do.
Well, of course we do, but I'm just. Never mind.
If these
Yes, we have noticed. And you're welcome, Tidal Wave.
I was trying to look at that thing Title said. Yeah, be cautious and careful with what you choose, as job-wise, too, I would say. All right.
Interesting. That is interesting. All right.
Good luck with that.
All right. General reading for the next 6 months.
Don't put that at me. I saw that. Well, it deserved that. It deserved that.
I love it. It's the Eight of Swords upright.
I'm going to do it every card you throw.
I'm going to turn off the sound for a moment.
Wow.
It's the reversed Empress. And it's the reversed Ace of Swords. So...
Whoa. Okay, so that's the Eight of Swords, right?
Eight of Swords. Emperor. Empress.
Okay.
It's the birds. And the tree. Well, you gotta have a tree to have birds sometimes.
Birds do sit in trees. This is true.
Birds keep flying.
I will
at the
let you
speed
go
of sound.
first. I have ideas, but I want you to go
All right.
first.
So as a general reading for the next 6 months, you may be finding during this time that some things feel like you're limited. You feel like something is holding you back. But this could actually be your own attitude to some degree. This could actually be internal things that maybe are making you feel you're being held back. On the other hand, though, there is something that maybe is just suggesting that you're holding yourself back because you're at a low creative point in the 6 months. You're going to maybe be losing a little bit of inspiration or a little bit of your energy, or to some degree you might feel you have to focus on more of yourself and less on something else you're doing, especially if it was for others or if it was for some general situation that wasn't so specific to yourself. So then finally we look at it was the Ace of Swords, and it still sort of has this idea that you're not ready to fully engage in some things. So if this is really about, the different parts of your life, your love life, or your social life, or your religious life, or your work life, career life, some of these things are going to sort of have a little bit of different values going on there. And this is maybe suggesting to me that if you're hoping to really move ahead in certain areas, maybe more business, maybe just more accomplishments, there's going to be some delays there. Is it because you're paying more attention to yourself, or because you're sort of hand-strapping yourself in a certain way? I don't know.
You know me, Lena. I start in the middle sometimes. I start over here. I'm very interested in starting with that last card this time and going backwards, literally. And I feel here that, so as a general reading for the next 6 months, there will be some setbacks. There will be some goals that you just aren't, meeting. You just aren't, able to, make anything take off. You may feel that, solutions to problems or solutions to situations, or it's hard for you to brainstorm your way out of things, or to come up with new innovative ideas for maybe what to do with your life in these next 6 months. I have to say, you know what, be kind to yourself. It is going to be a period of maybe it's going to be a slow period for you. So be kind to yourself. Be kind and accept the fact that, when the timing is truly right, things will happen. Here again, too, I have to say, don't allow the setbacks that you may experience while you in. You are able to overcome these things. They're not as bad as they seem. And that is the message, too, of the Eight of Swords upright. We often blow up things in our life to tremendous proportions, bigger than they really are. Don't let little setbacks add up to the point where you feel, bad about yourself, and that you feel trapped and tied down, that nothing will work for you. Be kind to yourself. Step back. Do some good things for yourself in the next 6 months to uplift your spirit. And, things should work out. And one of those good things might be to strengthen your connections with others, communicate more with others. Get together with your friends, your family more. People who uplift you at times when things get rough.
Exactly. I agree with everything else you said there too. Sometimes I might look at that Eight of Swords, and this particular image makes me say that, sometimes it's not exactly that it isn't external, because maybe the sense of that belief stuff back there does sort of influence it in a way. But anyways, the point with the tree and the birds, it does say that through this period, one of the better things you can do in taking care of yourself, like the Empress reversed, is just working on your connections with people, how you communicate with them. That will probably help see you through the 6 months pretty well, helping you establish or reestablish things you want to really work on. I know you're a business person and you like to keep busy too. So think about that. And that's what we have for you.
That's what we have for you. Good luck with that. And we are on Anthony.
Hey, Anthony.
For the week ahead with family. All right, here you go, Mr. O. Well, I hope they have a great time in California. How can you not? The star reversed, but the Three of Cups upright. Let there be partying.
That's you guys when they get there.
Well, and the Ten of Pentacles reversed. That's kind of a family card, too.
Well, we also have the Garden in Lenormand.
It's nice.
And we have the Whip.
Ah, what?
Well, what can it all mean?
Well, you're definitely going to have to keep us posted. I'm going to be curious to see how this turns out. You know, I wonder about that star reversed, Mr. O. Could there be maybe some travel issues, you know? I know you said they're coming tomorrow. And so I don't know, you know, like could there be flight delays? Could there be some problems? But if they're leaving early, hopefully there won't be. I know tomorrow night and late afternoon, for example, there's going to be some rough weather here. So I don't know where that weather is that's coming in and how that could affect, you know, flights going out. So, you know, there may be some issues there. I'm wondering.
Is it possible that maybe, you know, although, you know, the intention is to come out and see you, have a good time, etc., that maybe there is some little lingering thing there going on? I don't know if it's more in your psyche or if it's maybe something that you're sensing about them visiting. Like maybe there is another point somewhere along the way about something that will be communicated or happen during the meeting that maybe just has that sort of slight sense of about it, you know, like maybe there's a sense of not sure where things are going to go with this particular kind of situation. Just wondering.
Well, you know, it's just such a weird thing going on here. Now we've got the party card, and I feel here this is very positive for connecting back up. You know, people are going to feel really close and happy and celebratory. Hey, it's a vacation. That's really the way it should be. And so maybe if you can just focus everybody on the good times and just the fact that everybody's all together, you know, that might be the best approach. Because here, with the Ten of Pentacles, I'm sensing, you know, some disagreements. It might be that maybe it might have to do with the planning, you know, like maybe some people have ideas of what they want to do and other people have other ideas. I just wonder if it has something to do with, you know, planning and strategizing, because that could be part of this card. And so I sense if there's any kind of disagreements and discord in, you know, the family relations that are coming out there, it may have something to do with that. And that's also going to lead me into the Lenormand once I let Mr. O go.
Well, you know, it almost makes me feel like what I said about this, like that, you know, there is just maybe something else going on that's not so apparent. And, you know, when you get a family card like that, Ten of Pentacles upside down, maybe this suggests that there's, you know, some sort of situations in the family that concern the family. You know, maybe it's about some legal things, maybe it's about some monetary things, maybe it's about other situations. Are they going to be talking about any big changes that are going on in their lives, or anything that affects, their home life or the situation with the family entire, maybe you may find out that there are some other things going on.
That's a good point, Mr. O. Maybe there's going to be some serious discussions, besides the partying. There'll be some serious discussions, and that might lead to some disagreements. Don't let it color the whole weekend, but I sense that here because we have the rod and we have the garden, and it just seems as though that could mean some little blow up, some arguments.
Maybe they want to borrow money from you.
Oh, wow. Oh.
That's too bad. I hope she's okay, of course.
Yeah. Well, there might be some disagreements or things related, that come out during some of the gatherings, The garden is about socializing, social gatherings, get-togethers. So again, that's why I went with the idea of, maybe some people are going to want to do certain things on this trip, and maybe there'll be some disagreements, as a possibility here. That's why I kind of went with that 10, but I could certainly see what Mr. O is saying.
Well, I also wonder too if maybe this is to some degree, this is a good vacation for her because maybe it can help her reconnect in a way, and maybe she's getting a little flack from them back at home about this, like she should have been more careful. I'm just saying that, So this could be about, getting some things out into the open so that you could just get over that, and go on to the garden, we're going to the garden.
Right, I'm wondering here if these two are together because of the nature of your question and where some of these cards were leading, is that if people are upset with each other, just get them out someplace where they can have a good time. Where we can forget all that, be lighter, enjoy each other's company more, rather than, dealing with serious head-on issues. But still, you'll have to keep me posted if everything goes well with their travel arrangements, and everything works out for them. Because I just wonder about that star, if it could be talking about that. And that's it. And maybe it'll happen at the end of their trip, too. It might not be affecting them till they're leaving. I don't know. But it's about the week ahead, so who knows?
Have a good one.
Hope you have
really
a great
enjoy
time. Do tell us how it turned out.
All right. SP is up.
I'll take that.
Yes. And they asked if they can have an updated rating. Yeah, I remember reading this earlier.
Hey, did we spin for Anthony? Did you want to spin of the wheel, Anthony?
Oh, and you'll get to us on Threads, he says. Okay. Cool.
Oh. Okay. Awesome. Did I follow you on Threads? I guess if you were following him on Instagram, you're probably following us on Threads. Or I'm following you on Threads.
Anthony, quick question. Do you want to spin?
Let us know. We're going to just move on. What was the question for? Oh,
It's
okay.
right there.
I will spin. Nope, it's Judgment. You were so close.
You were pretty close. One away. All
well.
right, maybe next time. So SP asked, can I have an updated reading on how I'd be able to move in with my husband with a time frame if possible?
All right.
They really liked that time frame, didn't they?
All right.
Okay, so it's my deck, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to use the Gothic Tarot of Vampires.
Okay. Let me grab the time frame cards, get them ready. I brought them out. I must have known somebody would ask. Yeah, okay. Well, I guess Sonny got mad that we used the altar because he's not back. The platform. We didn't mean to chase him away permanently.
Okay, so here is the Lovers reversed. That's our first one. And then we have Death reversed. I know it's a little bloody.
What was the first one again?
The Lovers reversed.
Oh, Lovers
and
reversed.
And then Death reversed.
Oh, boy.
And then finally, it is the Knight of Wands upright.
Well, that's really interesting because I do have some difficult things here, too. We've got the lady.
Oh, dear. That was a joke.
I know.
And the cross.
Yeah. So let's go over this first before we get into timeline. You know, so you want to know when you're going to be able to get together, move there, right? Yes. Have updated reading, how to be able to move in with a time frame. Well, you know, okay, the first card was Lovers reversed, or is it that one? That one.
Left
You
to
know,
right.
it just seems like, be careful here of, I almost wonder if it's like saying, you got to make sure the time is right, you know, that everything is in place, you know, that when this is going to happen, the choice is a good choice, like the time is right. That's the best way I can do it, the Lovers card reversed. The other thing it could mean is there going to be some obstacles between the two of you that could delay things more, you know? I don't remember if this is the relationship where, you know, somebody's so busy with their work all the time or whatever, you know. So I'm just saying here, it's possible that there could be some issues that need to be balanced first between the two of you.
I agree with that. You know, it's a bloody depiction because, of course, it's a vampire tarot. But the idea, you know, is that maybe, to me, when I look at that, is that you're not on the same page necessarily about, you know, getting this together.
Timing? Yeah.
The timing and or just doing it in general. Maybe it's more about the timing. And, of course, there's a big stagnation or a big inertia. Death reversed is saying that right now there seems to have been a change in the energy. If we gave a more favorable idea before,
I think we did.
Something maybe is changing right now. It seems to be.
Or it's just saying it's still going to take more the max of that time, you know, time frame that we gave. Right now, nothing seems to be moving, right?
Pretty stagnant. Yep.
Yeah.
Inert.
But there's the Knight of, is it the Knight or the King? It's the Knight of Wands. And to me, it is saying that may change. I feel like there could be a change here. So why do you have the cross here? You know, the cross can be about sorrow, nervousness, worry. I know that this has been on your mind for a while now. And I think here that the cross being here is saying, you know, you've got to let go of some of this worry. I think it will happen. But you're worrying an awful lot about it. It's taking a toll. So maybe try to do more constructive things towards making it happen. You know, whatever it is, talking it out more with, you know, your future husband, trying to formulate that plan and try to get something set in stone by them, you know. Instead of waffling around and worrying, it's time to really get a timeline from them and a plan in place.
And we're going to do the timeline again, although the question sort of looks like it's moved into a more iffy area. Not that it won't ever happen, but that clearly there could be some time issues. So when I look at the cross and the lady, I just sort of see that this is going to take a kind of toll on you, and that you mostly have to remember that it's probably more external than not, you know, that situations are just making things stagnant. It could be the economy is just not really good because this is going to involve moving to another country, right? Or moving pretty far away to reunite like that. So those are things you have to, you know, keep in mind.
Well, see, the time frame thing did change, so we do have to be careful when we ask the time frame thing too much because then it will change and
Misleading.
fluctuate a little bit. So the first card I got,
before the winter months.
but then oddly enough, the second card I got,
11 months. Now, I don't know if you're in a part of the world where winter is nowish, because we're on the other side of the world from you. It could be that. I think that's mostly with the southern hemisphere, Australia and down below. So that may not apply, but it still looks to me like it could be between the end of this year, when winter starts December-ish, and then the balance towards 11 months from there. So that could be several months into the next year. That could be something like, March, April.
well,
Maybe. I mean, these are all speculations. You got to take that into account there.
the way I look at this is from the winter to 11 months after the winter. So what does that mean? So, but this says before the winter begins, right? It says before the winter months. So my guess is this could be, I would say this, that maybe it could be starting from now to 11 months from now, because this
Okay.
is before our winter.
Right. So approximately a year-ish from now.
Yeah, almost a year from now. It may just take that long to get things totally together for this, but it might be that you are finally seeing the end here. Even if we gave you a shorter time span before, it seems like, within a year, you may be where you want to be finally. But I don't think it's going to happen without effort on your part to try to get this, get your partner to focus less on the work and more on making the commitment to having a plan in place. Something has to change here. So that's where it's got to stand, is like, because that will move it along. I think that's where that Knight of Wands comes in. That will move it along, because you can say, all right, I feel better now because now we have a date. It's really sad when when you can't pin somebody down. And I feel like that's what's really needed here now, is pinning this down.
And SP would like a spin, so
Oh,
let's do that. It's my
all right.
turn. Good luck, SP.
It's the star.
Not the
So
star.
I would just say with that, don't give up hope. This thing will come together, but don't think it's going to come together on its own and without some nudging from you.
And that's what we have.
And that's what we have. Good luck with that.
So it's Libra who asked us a question. What hidden message do they need to know?
Okay.
I will do the Lenormand.
Uh-huh. And I will get...
I
What
will
have
also
I
have a grape or two.
used yet? Have I used them all? I think I have. So I'm back to the Yuletide deck.
You're welcome, SP.
Hey, you're very welcome. Sorry, the time frame is kind of now lengthened a bit, I think.
But that's tarot. Tarot is a snapshot in time, and we'd be liars if we could say we could predict with 100% accuracy.
And
Nobody could do that.
it's all circumstantial because there's so many variables. Like, for example, what I was talking about with Anthony, the trip his parents are taking. What if weather turns bad and the plane is delayed, the flight is delayed? So there could be things that are delaying this time frame sooner. And maybe it's not getting, the other person to commit to an absolute deadline.
Yes, you can, Mary. As soon as it's your turn. I know it's coming up soon. Well, you got a
It's
couple more in front of you.
A ways down, but we'll
But don't
do
worry,
that.
we won't forget. All right.
Okay, one more shuffle, Mr. O. All right.
No, that's fine. It's okay. Don't worry about that, Mary.
It's the
totally
Page of
fine.
Pentacles reversed. Okay, that's the hidden message. this is where we should do that.
Okay. And this one is for
Libra.
Libra, right. So the hidden message is the Page of Pentacles reversed.
So the hidden message is what is stopping you? You know, the hidden message is figuring out what is blocking you from feeling more motivated in some area of your life to accomplish something, to do something that needs to be done.
I think it also could be saying, what are the blocks right now that keep you from your own sense of intuition about where to expand yourself, your own sense of, if it's not intuition, of where to direct your mental energies to learn new things. So
yeah, it's mental, if anything.
Yeah, so a lot of this is about, what can you do to try to enhance clarity or understanding in certain ways.
It could be relating to financial material matters.
Sure.
It could be relating to your health even. So let's see where the cards are leading us. So why is this important for you, Libra? Oh, it's a 10 of Cups, though, reversed, a 10 of Good Cheer. Maybe it's an emotional matter, So why is this important? Because it's blocking your ability to feel fulfilled or happy about something. It's blocking your ability to feel, to complete something, to feel completed.
Well, it could be important too because, to some degree, and I'm not saying this just about you, but many of us feel that we always have to have the best possible happy ending, the idyllic happy ending. And so maybe, it's important that you understand that sometimes you do have to deal with less and you have to learn how to be happy with less. You have to be happy with what your circumstances are. It doesn't mean that they won't change or that you can't find ways to change. But I think the hidden message is important to you because it allows you to understand that there's nothing wrong with you for feeling the way you do sometimes.
I think that's maybe a good point. I hadn't thought of that. Why is it important? But also it could be, in fact, why, you're unhappy is because you're feeling non-motivated right now. And so why is that important? Because it's making you unhappy, or feeling unfulfilled. That's sort of where I was going with it, but I'll let you run on yours.
So where does it go?
Uh-oh. So where is it leading? Guess what, Mr. O? It's the lightning tree. What could that be?
I don't know.
It's the tower.
It's the tower. So it's saying that where this is leading to is really something that will impart a realization, an epiphany of understanding, or the clarity that maybe we're thinking about over here. But you will have to, embrace the sense of what is that is making you unhappy at this time.
There is some growing pains, most definitely. So I think here that, this whole thing is leading to something that'll be like a kind of a shock, a wake-up call, Sometimes that's what it takes, Something has to happen, that maybe affects us, whether it's adversely or just a surprise out of the blue thing, or not. It just has to happen so that we can get the message and grow.
So what do you think this is going to be?
Oh, I don't know. The book?
It's the bouquet.
Oh, the bouquet.
A gift. And it's the gentleman.
What?
It's another oh dear.
Well, what?
So could this be about somebody who maybe is coming back into your life or is coming into your life or somebody new that you're sort of...
Or somebody that's in your life.
Somebody that's in your life and maybe in order to, come across to you, they're trying to give you a gift or they're trying to be nice in certain ways. Is this part of that hidden message? To be open to that? Or to, consider what the gift actually is, what is actually coming to you from that source?
I just sense that basically there's somebody around you, and it's obviously could be a romantic partner, somebody who will be able to uplift your spirits through all of this, I think here that even if, And the Ten of Cups almost feels like something bad happens in a relationship a little bit here, too. I mean, I can't rule that out. It's a wake-up call, Whoa, because, gee, I just wonder about
I
this
don't feel
now.
exactly the same way.
I
Because
don't totally feel it, though, in this reading. I just feel, okay, I have to backtrack a little bit, so you're
Okay.
going to, timing be darned on this one, because this is kind of tough. So I kind of feel here that there is something that is just dragging you down. You've lost your motivation, your drive, and it could be problems in a relationship. It's possible, but it could be just the sense of something not being complete or fulfilling you. And maybe a wake-up call is going to happen. There's going to be a shake-up here that maybe could very well involve this person, and I think this person is going to end up returning joy to the situation, bringing things back in harmony. Sometimes things have to shake up in order for people to wake up.
maybe the epiphanies or lessons to be learned are something that will tangent off of each other's.
So whatever you're going through, whether it's in a relationship or some other area in your life, there is somebody in your life who is going to bring back the joy. I can safely say that, Libra. So good luck with that.
All right. And Kara is up.
Yes, she is. Hey, Kara.
Hey, Kara.
Sorry, Sonny flew the coop. What can you do to find out who's trying to throw me off my path? Okay, that's going to be just a 3 card and a spin on the wheel. My spin.
All right. And I'm going to use the ancestral path tarot.
Nope, you got Temperance, Kara, so you did not win a reading. All right.
So what message from Odin could help you find out who's trying to throw you off of your path? All right. How interesting, because of course it is more of a Celtic or British or whatever, Northern European card. There's different indications in the cards. It's the 3 of Cups reversed.
Well, there's definitely some connection that is causing difficulties. I'm not doing it the 3 who, what, why is this important?
You're not?
It's 3 cards.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, that's fine. So then I'll throw them all out. The next one is the Chariot, which is upright.
Yeah, I kind of said that because this is not the type of question. Go
Okay, I
ahead.
thought you said it was.
No.
But that's okay. And then you have the Wheel of Fortune.
Upright?
Upright.
All right, here.
So those, first,
Yep.
Moon, and the Crossroads.
Well, I don't know if we've got a definitive who here, but it is definitely somebody you feel connected to. The 3 of Cups here. And it's disruptive. I mean, I think there is somebody trying to be disruptive here with the 3 of Cups reversed. It's kind of breaking your flow a little bit here. Do you want to add anything to that?
Well, you're asking what you can do to find out. And I think this is maybe saying that it could be involved in some situation that involves you with people you normally have good feelings about, but maybe there's some dis-ease in that grouping. Maybe there's something emotionally affecting people.
No, go ahead.
So I sort of feel that, and I'm just wondering if this represents maybe somebody who, with your dealings, you sort of see them as being more opportunistic or more directed towards a certain path, maybe in deference to your path. So like maybe this is a situation, an energy, a person or situation that pulls more people towards their side, maybe pulling you away from what you're interested in.
I don't know if I see that. That's positive to me. And
All right.
but I will say this, because I didn't catch the last part of that question.
Well, I'm going from the idea that this is about people. Kara knows maybe a group dynamic of friends of some sort, and that represents a personality in that.
Well, I'm not going to go there with that.
Okay.
But I do want to say, because I think this card is saying to me that, because you wanted to know how you can find out, look at the connections you have that you seem to be, that the connections that seem to be frayed. Look at the friends or family where things are kind of frayed, and there's some resentments or angers or people who don't seem supportive. I think it's coming from somebody like that. So that's what I wanted to say with that card.
I like that.
The Chariot is just indicating to me, I feel here, this is not so much about the person. I think this is Odin saying to you that you should be able to move past this. You should not worry so much about what they're doing to you. You should be able to move past this.
Well, that makes me reinterpret, because sometimes I look at the Chariot as drawing disparate things together.
Yeah.
And of course, the disparateness is maybe in that first card, the frayed situations there. So maybe this is saying you're the one who are going to have to, redirect or pull things together, because maybe that will make that bigger difference in your question.
Well, maybe so. I just feel that Odin has told you here you can get beyond this. And if you start realizing that, we hold the key here, we only are held back by others if we choose so. We can keep moving regardless of what others choose to do to us. We can keep choosing to move forward despite it. And yeah, it might be a little bit more difficult. It might be a little bit harder. But with the Chariot seeming to say to me, Kara, that you should be able to move full speed ahead. And what is that followed by? The Wheel of Fortune. I think Odin is telling you, if you just start trusting yourself to be able to be strong enough to move past this, your fortunes will change for the better.
And then, you have a better handle on this than me, but now I see that through the letter Mon, because this is saying, Odin is saying, you really are at the crossroads that will lead you towards success.
Bam! Well, see, you got that. That's perfect. And that's exactly what I was going to say, sort of, so to speak. This is a pivotal moment for you to decide, am I going to allow others to block my abilities to move forward, or am I going to just do it, And I always say, just do it.
Look at his sandal. It says Nike. No, it doesn't.
That's what we have for you. That was an interesting read, Karen.
That was interesting. You did a better job with it, I think.
Oh,
you got
fine.
those
You did fine.
Alrighty. And we are on Sherry now.
And you get these.
And Sherry, ask for a spin. Sherry hasn't won a reading, right? No.
I don't know.
No.
No. I don't think so. If you've already won a reading, though, do remind us, because you really shouldn't win another one in this round. But I don't think you have.
No, I don't think so.
No.
Mm-hmm. All right, Sherry, here we go. Good luck.
Wait, is it your spin?
I can do it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I see it, Violet.
Nope, it's the Hanged Man. So you did not win? All right.
All right. We are doing this 2 more times this month.
What do my spirit guides want me to know? All right. So this will be my reading. Spirit guides want to know? Yeah.
So I see how it goes. You just want to pick them for
certain
the ones
things.
with
I
your
really
cards.
feel no, that's not true. It's the nature of
It's
the
how it makes me
question.
feel.
Ah.
Nice try, indeed.
Alrighty, people. Ooh, hey, what does your spirit guides want you to know? You got strength upright. That, you don't have, I think your spirit guides want you to know that you don't have to push yourself too hard in order to succeed. A gentle approach and just taking things as they come, and going with the flow is far better than trying to push things along. I think that's what your spirit guides want you to know.
The spirit guides are telling you that the strength and compassion of your heart or your emotional apparatus will be more effective with solving problems or building your own agenda.
And why is that important? Oh, it's the Four of Swords. Wow, upright. And so the four, do you want to go first? I'm going first.
Why is it important? Because I think your spirit guides want you to rest and renew at this time. They feel that maybe there are a lot of things you can absorb in a different mode, a mode maybe where you're a little bit more meditative or more restful, or taking time out from your usual activities or situations.
Yeah, that's really nice. I think here that this whole idea of just going with the flow or being subtle, understanding that you don't have to push yourself too hard, because you definitely are in a phase right now. Why is this important? Because you are in a phase right now where you need to renew yourself, replenish your energy reserves, not take on too much, just kind of pull back, because there's much that can happen, in downtime. It's not just always, and it may be subtle. It may be changes in your body. It may be changes in your mind. When you pull yourself back from, the craziness of everyday life a little bit to renew, restore, and just let the flow happen around you and not feel that you have to push so hard to make things go your way.
So where is it going to?
Where is this heading?
Oh my goodness. 10 of Cups.
You will be so much happier.
Lots of happiness.
Lots of happiness, joy, and a sense of feeling whole again. If you've been, and especially on an emotional level, so if you've been feeling really stressed and strained, this would really do you good. You're going to feel so much happier, so much lighter, so much better. Like joy will return to your life.
I think in context, this really kind of sums it up too, in a way, because you basically asked about the spirit guides, what they have for you. Excuse me. And you're at a crossroads.
Wow.
You're at a crossroads.
So that came up again.
And the crossroads is the coffin. It's about ending the things, I think, that have not worked for you in your life and finding the new things.
Well, it might be about ending this, a condition where you feel like you have to push, and, assert yourself in a strong way in order to succeed, at what you want or you desire. Now you realize you have to let some things be left up to the universal flow, and that also you need to take a more subtle approach to things and let, your energy just kind of ease into things rather than try to move it, try to push it along. I like it. Go ahead. Sorry.
In some versions of the tarot, the Four of Swords looks like somebody who's resting in state, like maybe they are in a coffin, that kind of thing. And of course, it is still talking about rest and renewal. This was the card that said, why is it important? The crossroads is indicating another coffin of sorts. And I think this is saying this is really important, that you are now at this time where you can do what we're saying here, what we're showing here. So I like that.
So take the path of, least resistance. Don't try to resist things. Don't try to force things. Let things unfold in your life right now. And lay back a little bit. Calm down. rest, restore, renew, meditate, because things will start coming in towards you and joy is going to return. You'll feel so much more refreshed, renewed, and happy.
All right.
I love this reading. It's a really nice reading. I hope that resonated with you, Sherry. Good luck with that.
Good luck, Sherry. And we are
On Mary the Aries,
on
I
Mary,
think?
right.
Yep.
Hey, Mary.
Mary wanted to spin, I believe, right?
Yes,
I
she
spin.
did. It's your turn, I think.
Yep.
Crossing my fingers.
It's the star.
Not quite.
Sorry, no
Alrighty.
reading. We may not give one away today.
It's always possible.
God, that might be the first day. One of the few days. We
So
haven't given away a reading.
I am back to the Olympus Tarot.
You're welcome, Sherry.
Yes, that was kind of nice. I hope you liked it, Sherry. Thank you. Okay, so Mary's question.
What's the energy between Stephen and I? How does he feel? Is he keeping tabs on me? Okay.
First card. It's the reverse Six of Cups. Followed by the Empress upright. And additionally followed by Strength reversed.
Okay, what was the first card again?
It's the Six of Cups reversed.
Okay. And
Empress upright and Strength reversed. And this is about Stephen's feelings and or if they're keeping tabs on him.
And the Six of Cups, did you say was reversed? I'm sorry.
I did say that.
Yeah. Well, this isn't just about keeping tabs, it's about feelings. So there's some...
The energy between Stephen and I.
The energy. There's some... I don't know how to say this, Mary. There's some kind of bad blood a little bit here, or bad feelings maybe stemming from something that has gone, in the past between you that may still be lingering to some extent with Stephen.
Strength reversed.
Strength reversed, I know.
Empress.
But what's that
Empress.
again? Empress.
Right.
So, but that being said, I feel here that there is something that he does care. I think he does. There's some part of him that does care about you, even if it doesn't seem so. I want to stop there.
Okay, well, I kind of feel the same way. I'm feeling really inclined to believe that this is a relationship that maybe has a bit of distance right now between it. It may be that there are things really from the past that are connective, but also have slight amounts of divisiveness between you. So maybe there's been some real highs and some real lows in your relationship. So I'm going to jump over to Force Strength reversed and wondering if that's the thing that maybe could be indicating that maybe he is sort of, keeping some sort of sense of eyes on you. The card specifically talks more about somebody who maybe is more forceful in certain ways, and I'm just going to extrapolate that to the question and suggest that maybe he is there somehow, looking things over.
Well, I'm not gonna. I don't know that answered the question. Maybe the Lenormand does more about the keeping tabs, which I haven't shown Mr. O yet, but we'll get to that. I see what you say there
You
about
said a
the,
bad fight.
well, and also that there's been no contact after. And so I feel that, yeah, this is bad blood here. It's like I said. And, it's not that he doesn't care about you. He really does. But, it just seems like maybe some aggression, some aggressive acts, have kept us in a quagmire right now. They're affecting his feelings about you. If I look at this card here, Strength, and I look at the Six of Cups reversed, that's what I'm feeling. But the thing is, he cares about you. So,
Well, I'm going to go with just another little bit of a related
Go
thought,
ahead.
which is that sometimes there's a continuum around the Empress, which is saying that, they also care maybe about themselves too. And so there may be that question of who gets the nod depending on where this situation was going there. Will they pull back more because they care about themselves more, or are they willing to look at your point of view and care more about you?
it's not a healthy relationship. I feel that a little bit, from some of the cards I think we've drawn for you before on this,
Yeah.
on this person. But let's take a look at what I've drawn with the Lenormand.
It's the lily
See what I mean?
and the birds.
So
Yeah, I
you
do.
were asking about keeping tabs on you, and the bird is about birds are about communication. I could almost see it as maybe they're not communicating with you, but they're keeping up with you. And what I'm thinking is maybe this isn't over yet, whether it's healthy or not, Mary. That I feel here that maybe communications will be reestablished in time. I still think it's going to take some time, and it may not be right away. I still am not getting an overall sense of a positivity with this relationship from the cards. But it may come back. I know you miss them. I know you want to make it work. And I never say never to anything. Even when things look grim, sometimes people can turn things around. But you're both going to have to get serious about it, and work through things to make it happen.
Right, this is really about choosing to grow,
Yeah.
or grow together in this case. I'm taking a second look at Strength Reverse and wondering if maybe this card applies more to you and saying you have to be maybe a little bit more, I'm not saying confrontational, but sort of saying like this is the line in the sand here for returning back. And of course, right now there's a ghosting going on, so maybe it'll change totally. I don't know, but I think this is saying you need to stand up for yourself, not in that sense of the feelings of your heart, but of saying this is where I stand, and I'm not going to let you hurt me.
So that's what we have for you. I wish you luck with that, Mary. Good luck.
And I think our list is closed. I don't think
Oh
anybody's
yeah,
come in a while,
absolutely. It's 8:50.
but obviously Shirley and Violet are our last readings.
No, Shirley, Sally, Libra.
Oh, excuse me. I'm
That's
sorry.
okay.
I'm sorry. I guess I didn't see the
But
list.
we are on Shirley now, and Shirley's question is
You're
about
welcome.
ease current feelings, thoughts, and intentions. You know what? Do you want to do this one a little bit differently?
Lead the charge.
Feelings, thoughts, and intentions each get a card.
Okay,
My deck?
sure.
Oh, how did that happen on my deck again? I'm sorry.
Because that's just the way you are.
Well, it just popped up to me
As
that
an
that might be
Aries,
the
you
best
can't-
way to do that.
Help but trying to draw the most attention to yourself. Shirley would like a spin. All right.
It's
The
the
sun.
sun. Did not get a winner.
Other things may be bright, but not the spin.
Sorry about that.
All right. A stubborn Aries. No, I've never heard of such a thing.
Oh, stubborn Aries? No.
So what is E's
And we'll see if it
feelings,
comes up in
thoughts,
there if
and
he's going to
intentions?
contact you again.
Yeah.
You can kind of tell by the tone of the cards sometimes.
And while we're getting that going, we'll remind everybody that we are back on Sunday afternoon from 2 to 4. So check it out. More questions. It is a busy day, so if you're not here in the first half hour, you may not get a reading at all. Tends to be busy. All right.
Okay, feelings. What are Stephen's feelings? Wait, is it Stephen? Yeah, I'm sorry.
E.
E's feelings. Sorry, thinking of the last reading. Uh-oh. It's the Lovers reversed.
Bam.
I just wonder if he's thinking that, his feelings are kind of disappointed in, maybe not necessarily towards you, but towards, the way things turned out. Maybe his feelings also have shifted away, from love. I have to throw that out there.
Well, sometimes when the Lovers is reversed in the context, this is about the feelings, right?
Yes.
There may be a feeling that the emotional happiness is not really good enough for them. They don't feel drawn enough to the happiness in some way. They don't feel the loving feeling. They're not feeling that.
Okay, thoughts. So what kind of thoughts does he have? Well, I just
it's
hate
the
to...
reversed 8 of Wands.
How do I mean, there's no really nice way to say this. I just want to say, and remember, this is how he feels. This may not be totally the reality, but it's how he feels. He may feel like he's wasted a lot of time and energy here. Or he doesn't feel good about putting possibly more energy into this. I think that could be. It could be also that maybe he's just got a lot, he's scattered. He's got a lot going on, and so he just can't put a lot of thoughts into this right now.
These are the thoughts.
Yeah.
So the thoughts are that, yes, they feel like they don't have energy to spare, or they don't feel that moving back to your direction is necessarily where they think they see themselves going. Because sometimes the 8 of Wands is about finding your mark and directing yourself towards it. With it reversed, E may be feeling that they're not moving towards that mark.
And so intentions. Are there any intentions? Well,
This
wow,
is
that's
better.
such a cool card. It's the Queen of Pentacles upright.
So that's better. Maybe intention-wise, there is a thought here towards, and the Queen of Pentacles is maybe sort of like an avatar of the Empress, so there's some similar qualities. This is about, that they do want to take care of somebody, maybe it's you, they do want to express support, feeling care for something, that they want something to be nourished and creative and productive.
Well, I'm honestly not sure here because of the tone of the other two cards. I almost think that their intentions, this is intentions, right?
Yeah.
Their intentions right now may be to take care of themselves.
Okay, that's true.
I wonder
You're right.
about that, but also maybe they might have a change of heart. I'm not going to rule that out, but I really feel here that partly is right now they may be more concerned about their own taking care of themselves.
Lenormand?
Yeah.
The fish and the lily has returned with the fish. So I think
It's interesting you mentioned money and he pulled fish, which is usually a card of money.
I think that this could be saying that maybe we could see that change, that maybe works that way, that maybe there is growth or evolvement in his own realm of trying to become more successful, and that maybe that could be because he's motivated by wanting to pursue this better potential relationship with you.
And the Queen of Pentacles is about material things as well as self-care. And so I can't help but wonder here if he isn't working on himself right now.
He's a Pisces, she says, when she says
Oh, wow. It's just a lot of interesting synchronicity there with what you were saying, just the way these cards came up. And so I'm wondering here if he is trying to grow himself financially, you know. I don't know if this is to please you because of whatever was said in the past, or maybe he feels he needs to do this for himself right now. So it's very...
I'm thinking it's the latter.
So I would say this. It's very unclear right now that he has any feelings or thoughts or intentions towards reinitiating things with you at this time. I think that it could potentially happen, but it seems like it may be a ways off yet.
His intentions may be more about self-improvement,
Yes.
which could lead to what the letterman is saying, is that maybe he really wants to become a better person, and at that point maybe there might be a reacquaintance.
So, you know, you're welcome to keep that door open, I'd say, at this point. But again, you know, I always caution people not to put their eggs in one basket. I mean, if people have been out of your life for a while, it's time to, sometimes you have to get to the point of setting some boundaries for yourself and say, okay, if I'm not going to hear anything by this date, I have to decide I'm going to move on with my life, you know? And so that's what I would recommend to you, but I wouldn't say to close this door completely at this time, you know, even regardless of what this looks like here. And that's the best, you know, feel free to ask more about this in the future, and
It's a
we'll
good
see
reading. I
if
hope
things
you liked it.
change, okay? All right.
I see, yeah. So it may be, I would just say, you know, don't pursue it at this point and see if it changes. But after a month or so, you probably have your answer. All right, so thank you for
Sally
that.
is up.
Hi, Sally.
Spin and
Sally
a
wants a
general
general and a spin. All right.
My spin?
I don't know, but go
I think
ahead.
it is. I'll do it. Nope, we got strength. All right.
And it's my deck, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see. What shall I use? I'm going to go back to the Legend Arthurian Tarot.
Did we do Libra's reading already?
We did do Libra's reading.
Okay, because I don't see it on the next, on Violet.
I know we did it, though.
We did?
Yeah, we did it a while ago.
I don't know why I have Libra. Oh, we did. I have Libra down twice. Violet, I don't know what's wrong with me. Like I said, I'm very foggy brain today.
I do. I know what's wrong with you. Unfortunately, I'm trapped with you, though.
I took the list initially off of you, and I got Libra down in the right place. But then, for some reason, when I saw Libra back in or something, maybe writing her question, I wrote her down again. Whoops.
All right, Sally.
Good job, Violet. Keep me in line today, because, man, my brain, I don't know. Chair yoga was rough today.
General reading.
And were we supposed to spin for Sally?
We did. You
we
just
did.
did it.
Oh, my God, I did. See?
The brain is...
I'm so glad I'm at the end of the show, but I think we did some pretty good readings today.
Okay, Sally, your first card is the upright Eight of Pentacles, called the Eight of Shields in this deck. And then, of course, it's followed by the upright Ten of Swords. Better upright. Well, no, not always, actually.
No, not always, actually.
Nope, not always at all. And then we have the reversed King of Wands. And that one was in the last reading from this deck, too, but it was upright at that time.
And that's the reversed King of Wands?
Yeah.
I think we have the Knight of Wands, not King.
Oh, you're right. It was the Knight of Wands. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
What you got?
Well, it's just such a mixed bag this reading is going to be.
The tree in our Lenormand. And the bouquet.
Everything happy, joy there.
But not as much on the top. The Eight of Pentacles is saying that maybe you'll be keeping busy or that you'll have the possibility to learn some new skills. This could be work or career related, but it could also be in other areas of your life. You could be learning new skills if you're involved in anything, mostly. Maybe you have certain craft skills that you could embellish or retrain or learn on, something like that. So the first card, the Eight of Pentacles, the idea of learning things, growth, skills, applying knowledge towards projects.
You know, this is a card of growth through effort, growth through work. You know, it's hard work, but you know, it gets you places. And I feel like right now maybe the focus should be on, you know, whether it's a job or some work you're doing on your home or on a hobby or craft or, you know, a passion, a goal, that, you know, just keep at it. This is a sign to keep at it and keep putting in the work.
Absolutely.
And then that one?
Ten of Swords.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, it is a general reading. And I really don't feel that these two connect. I don't.
No, I don't either.
Maybe I'll see a connection here is more likely. But I feel that, you know, there's something that may happen up and coming that is going to feel like a real stab in the back from you. Whether it comes from somebody you trust, whether it's from family, whether it's from friends, a lover, or in the workplace, you know, it's going to kind of really make you feel betrayed. But the good news is that once this happens, you know, you'll recover, you will move on, and you will be like that much wiser, you know, from the experience.
Well, as a stab in the back, it could also represent maybe something that challenges you to understand what is the way to recover from this. And maybe too, there is an indication, in my opinion, towards that reversed King of Wands that maybe is saying this could be an associate of yours, this could be a person you know, they could be a co-worker, because wands generally are business or enterprise, but that could also mean that maybe wands are representing friendships and networks too. So it could be that maybe somebody who is jealous of your own charisma in the matter, or is trying to be sort of drawing more charisma to him, maybe this is the person who maybe is having some sort of altercation with you. Once again, I don't think this is like a fist fight or anything super dramatic, but it is definitely something you will be able to recover from, if not also learn a valuable lesson perhaps about that kind of personality.
I do feel that that card, you know, the King of Wands indicates somebody who could be argumentative, somebody who is very kind of, you know, like they draw their lines and you dare not cross them, you know.
Which sort of plays into that whole
kind of plays into that a little bit. And that's why I think in a way these two cards are connected. And so, you know, it's just something you're going to have to go through, you know, and they're argumentative. Maybe this tie will be cut and you will move away from that. Or, you know, you'll just be able to get over it and get beyond it. Because the good news is here that joy is going to return to your life. Once you get through this patch here, and maybe you'll immerse yourself in a project or work that also will help you, you know, ground you and get through this kind of situation here. Joy is going to return and it's only going to grow, I feel. So really, you know, maybe this is somebody or a situation that you need to just let it play out and then move on from it, you know, because once you move past it, joy is going to return and there will be growth.
Well, there's nothing necessarily linear about the cards, and so it could be that Eight of Pentacles is basically how you deal with the situation of, you know,
working through it
is by just basically going back and working on yourself, telling yourself you don't have to deal with that. And maybe it's also a result too of what you realized from that, you know, that you are stronger and you can do that. And in a sense, that's what these are about too, that it's a gift to yourself in a way to understand that you could survive this thing that's coming and or grow from it, you know. anything that doesn't kill us makes us stronger. Isn't that the saying, Sally? So I think this is saying
that's
that maybe
saying.
I think this is a way of saying that, this general reading for this next time period, a couple weeks or so, whatever, is challenging for you, but will provide some growth through adversity you may have to face.
And then in a sense, he's right. That card could fit right in with the rest of the reading. I looked at it as maybe if you absorb yourself in some tasks or whatever, it would, kind of defray the brunt of this, this negative situation. And you'll find the joy returning in your life. But it also could be that you just need to work through this. And you'll persevere, and joy will return and grow. So
I like it.
I like the way it's going. It's pretty good. Good luck with that.
All right,
Even
Sally.
despite that darn Ten of Swords. And that's come up more than I like today.
Yeah, it has come up a few times.
Yeah.
This was number 3, I believe.
Yep.
All right, so now
Good luck with that.
Now we are on Violet.
And, we're on my deck, so I can use the garden, the Witch's Garden for you, Violet. What you
And the
got
question
for
is
us?
for Goddess Estrella, what is the best way to work with her? And are you taking the right approach in order to seek out and eventually have more harmony, balance, and alignment in your life? Good question. All right.
I keep thinking I forgot something in my life, and of course it was to look through my books for you.
You're welcome,
So I will
Sally.
do that. I will. But let's see, maybe this will give me a hint, too, of what I should be.
Why are you doing that?
I don't know. I'm mixing them up for you.
Keep your hands off the Lenormand.
What? What? Hey, you're welcome, Sally.
So once again, just going to remind everybody, don't forget to watch Happy Hour on Saturday at 10
Yay
a.m.
for happy hour. We'll be spinning the wheel at happy hour.
Don't forget to watch my show, The Emotional Exchanges, tomorrow at 7 a.m. Also, Banshee's Material Matters, 10 a.m. on Sundays.
Hey, guys. Our 4th anniversary is coming up, right?
That's right.
We'll be starting our 5th year in August. August 4th is our anniversary date.
And also to this weekend on, Monday at the witching hour,
Oh no, I have to get myself up.
We have to get up early because Monday at 3 a.m. in the morning, we are going to do our quarterly show live in the witching hour or at the witching hour. And of course, it's a kind of a little shout out for our friends who are severe night owls or are overseas, other parts of the world, where it really is a struggle for them to, stay up or get up early or stay up late
Violet,
to watch us.
I just cannot believe this. What do you think is the first card I drew? I'm just going to ask you.
Let me at it.
Come on,
That is
Violet.
sweet. Thank you, Sally.
You can do it. You know what's been coming up.
We've been
Whenever
waiting.
you ask about her. No, whenever you ask about her.
Bingo!
Yes! Can you believe that? And upright.
Awesome.
Well, and then we have the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is interestingly reversed here. It's going to give me something to think about. Oh. And one of my favorite cards, the Eight of Cups. Upright.
I thought it was the Hermit for a moment, but it is the Eight of Cups.
What? What?
Oh, did I do that? I did.
But there's an interesting twist there.
The Lenormand also gave us the Star, but it also gave us a whip. And you know what?
I could go two ways with that, but let's not focus on that. But
Star spelled backwards is rats. So whip it good. Bam.
what does Whip It Good have to do with rats?
Oh.
All right. Anyway, that aside, let's talk about this. Estrella is so with you. How can she not be? You do have it in the Lenormand, and You have it there.
How
and
do you
I
do
think
it?
that's not the first time that's happened either.
It isn't. There was the probably the first or second time we
Yeah.
read on this.
So, honestly, you do need to be working with her. I think, let her, well, one thing to do is to definitely, I feel, maybe do some meditation. I feel like maybe this is a call maybe to do something in the dark. This might be a call also for you, to even peer out at the night sky, maybe to really focus on star energy, in some way. Aside from, what she means, all of her, different meanings. There's something going on here. But what? You look at me like okay.
Go with the Six of Wands.
Yeah, because the Six of Wands is interesting to me. I feel here that what this might be saying is, you know what? Don't expect major light to come out of this right away. I feel like if you're expecting enlightenment or some major jolt right away to make your life better and improve it, I think it's not necessarily going to happen. Why? Because you're on a journey. You're on a journey of discovery right now. And all of this needs to unfold in time. And you need to take those steps forward, slowly, deliberately, and carefully. I know that's there. And
contraire.
Well,
not so fast. Wait, very fast.
No, I'm going to say no. I'm going to say that maybe an aggressive approach might dampen this light. Maybe you don't need to push. I'm almost feeling the opposite now.
I was teasing because the thing about the Six of Wands when I looked at her was sometimes I feel like the Six of Wands, one way or the other, it's about being noticed or noticing something, or the opposite of that, being lost in the crowd. And so I'm thinking this could be saying that the way to connect with them is to not necessarily focus strongly in any one specific way, but maybe to see all stars, all starlight, all examples of the star as something to
or Astrea,
to as an aspect of her to weigh on there. That literally she doesn't stand alone, she stands everywhere. And that you have to sort of change your mind to accept that she's not just this one specific thing, she's like a totality.
Well, and I also wonder about this too, because I'm thinking when I saw the Six of Wands reversed, I'm thinking of stars. When we look up at the stars, sometimes we see them as points of light, but also they do seem to kind of fade in and out sometimes, like there's a pulsing going on there. There's a blinking. So that this might be saying, you need to not just focus on the light.
The pulse of the whip.
You need to focus on the shadow. And so I feel here that the light, illuminates, her light could help illuminate some of the dark spaces, in your life and allow you to move forward if you let her light in.
Which is the Eight of Cups.
And it's part of the journey, though. It's part of the journey. The Eight of Cups is moving towards light, moving towards enlightenment. And so I feel like all of this is really going to be so healthy for you. I'm sure that, maybe as I even look at this lore more of hers, we can focus on, what really might be most helpful place for you to begin. But I just think focusing on the stars right now, too, is really important in the night, Stars are the light in the dark of night, and when there's no moon, we do have starlight to guide us, And so I feel here that when you feel that there's this darkness enveloping you, that's maybe the time to call upon the light of the stars, the light of Astrea.
I love it.
Yeah. Wow, what a awesome reading, eh? Holy cow. What is going on with this? I mean, okay, we're talking about the King of Pentacles coming up a lot, but whenever you're asking about, and remember, certain things would happen with Uncle Alan too. So honestly, I just think that you are so in sync with this. It's like with Uncle Alan, don't let this go, Definitely delve and dive into this more. It's healthy, it's positive, and it's affirming. And it's your destiny, right? That's the star. Holy cow. Wow, Violet. Jeez, what a nice way to end the show.
Okay.
All right. That's what we have for you. Good luck with that.
And that's the end of our show then.
Yeah. We're just a bit into overtime again, but we did have a birthday reading, so those do take a little bit longer.
You're welcome.
No matter how you want to push it along. So, thanks everybody for joining us today. Nobody won a reading, but we've got 2 more shows to go, so we'll try again then. And I just want to wish everybody a great rest of your evening and good days ahead. And do join us again. Come to happy hour. We love to give those positive messages to everyone. So take care, everybody. We hope to see you all soon. Bye-bye.